I really want to rewatch the Lord of the Rings movies.
Oh, me too.
Yeah,
We should do the Lord of the
Marathon.
Rings drinking game. Did you guys ever play that?
No.
No,
Oh,
I can only
it's on the
imagine.
rules.
It's fantastic. There's a bunch of rules, but the best one is that during Two Towers, every time Sam and Frodo have a romantic moment together, you take a drink. Which is basically the whole movie. Like, for real.
I think I have seen the rules for that.
Yeah, and when he says share the load, you finish your drink.
God.
Pray faithfully in the Brotherverse.
Were the keepers close?
They were on their way to Toth.
I appreciate the information.
Oh, God.
We've made a mistake, haven't we?
It can't be possible. I was so close. And you see his body dissipate.
Talis, is that you?
I've been seeing you in my dreams, but I felt my son Arrow's presence forcing me towards the material plane. On the front of Talis's head is a small golden stone. Do not touch it. You wouldn't be able to handle its strength. You see Vayu and Akadi waving from the ship. Oh my god, you did it! We must go back to Bagisha immediately. And Akadi and Vayu have just picked you up in Vayu's airship, and you have now started sprinting back towards Bagisha. So it's going to be a little bit of time before you reach Bagisha, so you're basically just instructed to take it easy and rest while you're on the airship, and you'll level up to level 10.
Woo!
All right.
Does that also mean, is this a long rest too?
Yep, this will be
Okay.
a long rest.
Thank God.
I don't remember how long it took you to get out to this area, but I'm going to assume as you've been battling inside the Storm Giant, you've gotten very far away, and it's at least an 8-hour journey back to Bagisha.
Cool. I like it.
And Talis is with us.
Yes, Talis is with you. So it's you guys, Talis, Vayu, and Akadi.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first because it's fresh. So, up to level 10. Whoop-a-da-scoop.
Double digits.
Oh, boy. And I believe that my hit points went up a little bit, which means I have 72, which doesn't sound like a lot. Because I feel like Orc probably has, what, like 150 or something?
114.
Okay.
72 seems pretty high to me.
Yeah, that's higher than I expected.
Cool. I'm doing better than everyone's expecting
What's-
I'm doing,
what's
so that's good.
Yenri?
Oh, I'm 61. So yeah, you're better than me. Don't worry.
Okay.
This all checks out.
Okay, well then, what else did I get? I get the meta magic, a new meta magic thing. And so I already had empowered spell and twin spell, and now I'm adding distant spell. So when you cast a spell that has a range of 5 feet or greater, you can spend 1 sorcery point to double the range of the spell, which is awesome. So
Ew.
now my dimensional door reaches twice as far.
Great, I'll remember that, I guess. Everything is 1,201 foot away.
Yeah. You can jump like a kilometer away from us at a moment's notice.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's great. I'll keep building it up until I can just blip through the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can run a 5K instantaneously if you just cast
Yeah.
it back to back.
You want to see me do it again?
Yeah.
And then, so also when you cast a spell that has a range of touch, you can spend the same, just 1 sorcery point to make the range 30 feet, which is also really cool.
Oh, okay. I was like, what
Damn,
is double
sweet.
of touch? Just
Yeah.
deeper touch?
Are we playing 2-hand touch now?
Yeah.
Okay, and then I think the only other thing was the spells, which I got I don't know if this is just that I hadn't chosen all my cantrips, but I had a cantrip slot open. So anyway,
You might have gained one, yeah. I gained
I might
one
have
as
gained
well.
one. Oh, you did? Okay. I didn't know if that was the thing that happens. So I chose create bonfire, which just creates a bonfire. And
That's nice. Okay. You can go camping.
yeah. So now we can do that.
That does sound nice.
Just
I
don't
mean, if we
stand
were
in
actually
it.
like trying to survive, we'd need to cook food and stuff. So
Yeah.
that'd probably be helpful.
Yeah.
Keepers call for aid. Like the beacons.
A whole line of puffs. So then it does hurt people too. It is actually like since we're at 10, it does 2d8, which is not great, but it's not bad.
Is it like you cast it and it appears like in an area within range and then lasts for a certain amount of time?
Yep, up to 1 minute, and it is a 5-foot cube. So it's pretty.
And it's just like floating fire.
Wait, that's actually that's a pretty big fire.
That is
Yeah, well, I
pretty
think I don't know if it has to be on the ground.
big. Also a cubicle
cube.
fire.
Oh, so yeah, cube of fire.
Huh.
Okay.
A stretch of the word bonfire,
Yeah,
I feel like.
interesting. Ain't you never seen a bonfire before?
Yeah.
Cube fire.
And then I chose 2 4th level spells, which one of them is Stone Skin, which is going to
nice.
be great for Orc, for me to
And
cast
you.
it on Orc. Well, and me, but I mean, Orc does more, he's more in the fray.
Yeah.
So, but it's like,
Does that mean I get to be Stony Rock?
yeah, yes, it does. I also got make skateboard, so, so you can truly be the Stony Rock. But yeah, basically it turns your skin into stone, and so you have resistance to non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage, which is dope. And then the second or last spell I got was vitriolic sphere. You point a location range, and it's like streaks of acid in a 20-foot sphere, and it does 10d4 and another 5d4 at the end of its next turn.
Wow.
It's just
Damn.
a big circle of acid.
Yeah, it's a 1-foot diameter ball of emerald acid streak there. Oh, and then explodes into 20-foot radius.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
Jesus.
Yeah,
That sounds awful.
Best be far away.
yeah, it's crazy. So don't stand near me.
You're toxic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, it's even better because when you cast the spell using a spell slot, I can use it at 5th level. The initial damage increases by 2d4 for every slot level above 4th. So it can get really powerful. That's a death ball.
That's exciting.
Yeah, so I think that's it though.
Nice.
Word.
Nice.
Cha.
Cool. I can go next.
You can go
if
next,
want.
Dylan?
Sure. Oh yeah, I leveled up to level 10. I got a few more hit points. I'm at 61. I got more. What do they call it?
Bardic Inspiration?
I did. Yeah, my bardic inspiration did jump up to a D10 now, and I think I have 3
Oh
of them.
wow.
So I got to remember to do it.
Wait, what does
I-
that do? I forget what
4.
that.
Sorry, I have 4 D10s now. So yeah, it basically gives you a D10 to use on any like ability check or saving throw. You can basically roll it and add on to it after you've rolled, but before you know the result.
Sick. Okay.
It's basically a little cheerleading from Yenri to help you get through tough times.
Wait, you said after you roll, but before you see
Know
the result?
Before Eric tells you the result, like whether you passed or failed.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
So
you
if,
meant you had to
roll,
like roll and cover
Just
your
don't
die
look.
up.
Yeah. No.
Why don't I just not roll?
Yeah. Yeah. And then I got more expertise. So basically, I get double proficiency on a few skills that I had proficiency. So now my stealth and deception are very high. Like plus 11 and plus 12 to my rolls on those.
Oh,
Holy
what?
crap.
Yeah. And then I got a couple spells. So I also got a new cantrip, and my cantrip is Vicious Mockery, where I unleash a
like
string of insults laced with subtle enchantments at someone.
This is the Yo Mama spell.
yeah, exactly.
I definitely thought you already had this.
Yeah.
I think we maybe talked about
We've
it. Or
discussed
maybe I had
it.
it at one
Yeah.
point. But yeah, so now I actually have it. Yeah, and it's cool because it's if a target can hear you, but they don't even need to understand you. They just get the gist of the fact that you're insulting them.
From context.
Yeah. I don't understand a word of that.
Did he
but
just
I think
call
he's
my mama
mocking
fat?
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then if it fails a wisdom saving throw, it takes 1d4 psychic damage and has disadvantage on the next attack it makes before the end of its following turn. So can do a little bit of damage and give him disadvantage. So that's pretty cool. And then I got a spell called Hellish Rebuke, which I can use as a reaction. So anytime someone damages me, I can use that as a reaction to just turn around and damage them. And it surrounds them in hellish flames. And the creature must make a dex saving throw and then it will take 2d10 fire damage if it fails, or half as much if it succeeds.
Nice.
So I like that I don't feel like I have to save my actions for attacks, because I can have an attack reaction now.
Hell yeah.
Then, I swapped out a spell as well. So I have one that's Hold Person now, where I can just paralyze someone in place for an extended period of time.
That sounds like a very comforting spell.
That sounds like a hugging spell.
Like, don't move. Yeah. I go up to Orc and I cast Hold Person.
I cast Hold Person back.
That's nice.
And then I got, so the one other spell I have is Transmute Rock, where I can turn a 40-foot cube of rock into mud, or mud into rock.
I definitely thought it was going to be a little more powerful like that. You could turn it into like whatever you want, but it's literally only rock to mud.
It's rock to mud.
That feels like a very niche
mud to
use
rock.
spell.
Well, so that's what I was thinking originally, but I was like, okay, most buildings we've been in have been rock based.
Could have gotten
And
in the
most
castle.
floors,
Yeah.
and most floors
That's
are rock
true.
based. And you can cast it on like a ceiling or something, and then it just flows mud down, and it will hurt anyone who's in the way, and they
Wow.
have the chance to get like stuck in it. So like there are a lot of opportunities to use it in clever ways.
And then you turn it back into rock once it's
Yes,
all
that
over
too.
them.
And then you can
So
seal
what
them in
happens
place.
if Puff uses
man.
rock skin on me and then you use transmute rock?
Mud
Mud
orc.
skin.
Mud orc.
Mork!
Mork.
Mork!
And Mindy?
You and Boulder Boy can get turned into mud together.
You don't know where Orc stops and Boulder Boy begins. That's cool.
yeah.
I feel like
I'm
we've
excited to see that in action.
only we haven't encountered much mud, but we definitely encounter rock a lot.
I think it's mud or sand, or is it just quicksand? Maybe it's just quicksand, which we definitely haven't encountered quicksand. Yeah.
Well, that's
Right,
cool.
All right, here we go. So much stuff. I'm at 114 hit points, and I get a new path feature for my totem warrior called Spirit Walker, which lets me cast my first spell.
Really?
What?
It says you can cast the Commune with Nature spell, but only as a ritual.
What?
And when I do so, a spiritual version of one of the animals I chose for totem spirit or aspect of the beach appears to me and conveys the information that I seek.
Did you say aspect of the beach?
Beast.
Oh, okay.
I say because like your totem is like a shark, so I was
Yeah.
like,
It makes sense, I guess.
like a shell appears to you?
Yeah.
Or like,
But so wait, you can summon a spirit shark?
Yeah, Spirit Shark shows up and tells me about the land, basically.
what?
So I guess Commune with
Interesting.
Nature spell is basically if you use it as an actual spell, you briefly become one with nature and gain knowledge of the surrounding territory. In the outdoors, the spell gives you knowledge of the land within 3 miles of you. In caves and other natural underground settings, the radius is limited to 300 feet. The spell doesn't function where nature has been replaced by construction, such as dungeons and towns. And you instantly gain knowledge up to 3 facts of your choice about any of the following subjects as they relate to the area: terrain and bodies of water, prevalent plants, minerals, animals or people, powerful celestials, fae, fiends, elementals or undead, influence from other planes of existence, buildings, and that's it. So I guess
Wow.
a shark shows up in my case, a spirit shark, and tells me those things.
Damn.
Good to know. That spell is heavily on me to implement.
Yep. I summon, I do the ritual, and Eric has to play a spirit shark.
Yeah.
If you're hanging out in West Bay, you'll be amazed to find all these great restaurants and
Yeah.
souvenir shops nearby.
Spirit tour guide. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm guessing your spirit shark can breathe air or not have to breathe. Or you
Yeah.
summon a spirit shark that starts flopping around on the land and
Do ghosts breathe?
It just sputters and dies.
why did you bring me
He's
here?
in ghost water.
Also, who is he? Like, am I just like ripping a ghost from the afterlife of a random shark that has to tell me information?
He's in like the middle of dinner with his family, and he's like, "God damn
With
it,
his dead
I gotta go
family.
to work." Yeah,
He's on call.
yeah. Well, we'll explore his entire personality whenever you decide to call him. In the near
Oh, you
future.
know what I'm gonna call him.
Yeah. Oh, he's a Fancy Fish. I call on Fancy Fish. Yeah, can you call on Fancy Fish's actual? I mean, he's already a dead sprite, in the bar,
is?
so I guess his soul is.
Wait,
there,
Fancy Fish is Fancy Fish dead? He's not dead.
Or so,
No, he's-
sorry, I'm thinking Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser's
Fancy
dead.
Fish. Yeah, I honestly don't remember where we ended with Fancy Fish in the water skin. Fancy Fish.
It's Schrodinger's fancy fish. I don't think we've ever
Yeah.
opened
yeah,
it. So.
We don't want to check.
high likelihood of death, I would say. Like a goldfish existing in a lightless, like oxygen,
Corked water skin.
yeah, non-oxygen dense water environment. Not great for goldfish.
No.
Word. All right. Well, you guys have all sorts of fancy new stuff now. So you awaken and you are on the airship with Vayu and Akadi and Talis. And in the distance, you can already see Bagisha coming towards you. And it's like someone's turning up the dimmer on the plane of air as the light slowly increases. And Talis is kind of sitting peacefully at the front of the boat, just kind of overlooking Bagisha. His hands are on like the wood railing of the front of the boat. And Vayu is currently driving, and Akadi is sitting next to you, and she looks pretty beat up. It looks like she was definitely going to battle outside of the Storm Giant while you guys were inside. And she looks over at you and says, "I'm very happy to see you're awake. We cannot thank you enough for returning Talis to us. I can't imagine what horrors you saw inside of the Storm Giant."
Yeah, we're glad we could bring him back. There was some stuff going down in there. We saw kind of deep into some of Talis's memories and dreams, and it seems like Arrow is a bit disturbed, if that's all right to say. Do you guys know where he is?
Yeah, Talis, do you know that we saw that stuff?
Talis looks behind him as you say this, and he turns around and walks towards you. And he says, "Unfortunately, you are right. That Arrow is a bit disturbed. He was always a disturbed child, and as he got older, that turned into a more benevolent attitude. Like, once the Talisman of Darkness was in his hand, it really manipulated him into a worse person. He became just overwhelmed with the power of the talisman and tried to bring the rest of the talismans to him and harness the powers of them all. That was at the moment that Zana had to scatter them to prevent him from possibly destroying the world. But it seems now that he has had some success in bringing them together. Arrow had been transferring his soul from body to body, and I had been watching him for several hundred years from my area in the plane of air. But at some point, he disappeared, and I thought that he had finally died and his soul had gone to rest. But recently it came back, and the first time I had really seen his power is when he invaded my dreams just now. I hadn't felt his power in so long. But I am afraid that with the power of the talismans that he does have, that he could be a great threat to the rest of the world.
When you say you felt his power, do you know where he is now?
I can't say exactly. He is in the material plane. That is all I can tell.
I guess more specifically I should say, do we know who he is now?
That I am unsure too. When he invaded my dreams, all I could see was the Arrow that I used to know. But who he exists as now, I haven't been able to try and search with my crystal ball to see what that might be, or who he might be.
You ever tried using hold person on your son?
This was something I attempted before Zana scattered the talismans.
Didn't work?
He did not like it.
Oh, okay.
It was never a spell I learned.
I gave that up a long time ago. I only wish I had cast it more times when he was young.
We have hold person and unseen father.
He needs to go to like Hogwarts and learn these.
Parenting skills?
Yeah. the Hogwarts for parents.
Hogwarts School of Neglectful.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
Hogwarts.
What were you gonna say, Henry?
Oh, I got a feeling who he might be now.
Who's that?
Well, we know a guy who's been trying to collect all the talismans for his entire life.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
About how long ago did Arrow go missing, Talis?
The last I had seen of him was maybe 400 years ago.
Oh, I mean, that's
He
pretty
grew
old.
weaker and weaker with each transfer.
Wait.
He disappeared.
You think Orthgard is Arrow?
I mean, it's possible, right? If he's been transferring consciousness.
I guess so.
Consciousness?
Well, then let me be the first to tell you, Talis, you have a grandson.
I have a grandson.
If our theory is correct.
Maybe. This is all a little speculative, but...
And we have him. We'll show you. And you can cast
right.
hold person.
Shit, what's his name?
Percy or Perry or
Perry.
Perry. Yeah, Perry. Oh my god. A great grandson.
Perry is a descendant of sages. Who would have thought? He's such a little dweeb.
My god. That would be fascinating to see. But I have also come to learn that one of my descendants may have been working with you.
Yeah, Perry.
Sage?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she is for sure a descendant of yours. And I'm sure she would love to meet you.
I am very ready to leave the plane of air now, and I would love to go and meet Sage and the rest of the keepers. It is time that I stopped hiding.
And Perry.
Yeah, don't forget
And
about Perry.
We'll have to do a paternity test.
A grand paternity test? Great grand paternity test?
So, you guys, as you're talking, are now right at the city of Begisha, and Vayu's airship pulls up to port along this large stone pier that's reaching out from the city. And you tie off on the pier, and gangplank goes down, and you're able to walk out onto the stone pier and start making your way towards the city. And how many are there? The 6 of you walk along the pier back towards the city, and it's still very much in shambles at this point. Everyone's still kind of going around and cleaning up the rubble. And you can see a little bit of surprise in Talis's eyes as you're walking towards the city.
I mean, don't beat yourself up about this, Talis, but I mean, clearly it's in pretty rough shape from that whole thing that just happened to you.
It's not the greatest sight to see. This has been my home for several millennia, and to see it in such a state is very sad. But I must know that it was not my fault exactly, although I just wasn't strong enough to fight against Arrow.
Yeah, if that helps you sleep at night, that works.
It almost helps. Thanks for your support and comfort.
You're welcome.
And Akadi goes and puts her hand on his shoulder and is like, don't worry, we shall rebuild. Bagisha is a great city and will rise again. But now, I feel that you must all leave this place and return to the Keepers. You have the Talisman of Thunder, you have Talis.
Man.
Man. It's like, I can help bring you back.
Is
Oh,
it
yeah, I was
safe
gonna
to
ask.
Yeah. Good. Is it safe to bring back the Talisman of Thunder, you think?
Talis kind of looks at you all as you say this. And he's like, all the talismans are coming together at this point, and I've come to realize that is inevitable. I have the most living knowledge of the talisman, and am probably a good resource to have with you. And I also am very excited to meet Sage.
And Perry.
And Harry.
No wonder Arrow felt left
I meant what I said.
You don't think I have a thing for sons, do you? What about you, Vayu? What are you gonna do?
Oh man, well, the city's got a lot of rebuilding to do. I'm a pretty big guy. I could probably lift a lot of heavy rocks, put them back in place. I got a lot of family here too I gotta hang out with, but I'm gonna be sad to see you all go. It's been great.
We'll be sad too.
Yeah.
Kind of miss you.
Come here and give me a big hug. And he puts his giant arms out to hold person. He casts hold people.
Yeah. Aw.
It's super effective.
All right. And he lets go after a very long time and then steps back. And Akadi approaches you and she said, where do you need to go?
Well, we need to go to the Keepers.
Toth, right? Weren't they going to meet us
Yeah.
in Toth?
The last time we gave this information, the person we were talking to turned into a demon shadow spirit, so I'm a little hesitant, but yeah. Yeah, I believe they're in Toth, so we can head there.
Very good. I'm very familiar with the Library of Toth. Went to it several millennia ago. But we have teleportation sigils all over the material plane.
Oh, we saw those. Who
Were we
called it?
supposed to be doing something with those?
Someone called it. Do we need to tell you which sigil?
She says, I believe there is one inside the Library of Toth.
Yeah,
if I'm
Yeah,
not
that
mistaken.
is accurate.
Lucky for you, I'm aware of the runic sigil that I need to use to teleport you
Wow,
there.
you have a mind like a steel trap. That's amazing.
Yeah, it was only a few millennia ago.
When you're a celestial and you've lived as long as I, you practice memory retention.
You practice.
You're so eloquent.
Can't remember what it's
too.
called. Can't remember what it's called, but you practice it.
Maybe it's a good thing we're going back to the library.
I was attempting to be eloquent. I was like, nope, can't do it. She's old. She remembers a lot. Wisdom. Wisdom comes with age. And so she steps back and Vayu steps back at the same time. And she holds her hand up in the air and starts making movements. And below you, you see a circle that starts being etched into the stone with light. And this circular runic symbol slowly takes shape beneath you, and it's about 10 feet wide. And all four of you, you three and Talis, gather at the center of this. And Akadi speaks some words and holds up her hands. And you suddenly see the sigil below you grow bright with light, and you feel yourselves launch up into the air, and you see Bagisha quickly fade away behind you as streaks of light move past you. And so it's kind of like, I feel like this is like a Galaxy Quest when they're like
Oh, yeah.
teleporting to the spaceship.
Yeah,
Do we land covered in goo? Don't they land covered in goo?
Yeah.
I think so.
You get covered in
Yeah.
goo.
And you look up and you start to see yourself move through clouds. And then all of a sudden you're looking basically up at land. So it looks like you're now shooting downwards at a desert landscape below you. And you see the library of Toth like quickly come into your plane of view as well.
Oh, should I flip
And-
over?
Do a barrel roll. Maybe not a barrel roll. That's just pure
Diving head first into the library.
Head first into knowledge.
And so the library quickly approaches, and you feel yourselves spin around so you're not going head first. And you magically go through the roof and hit the ground, and you feel a little shaken and nauseous. And the rune below you is also brightly lit, but quickly fades away once you land. Everyone roll a Constitution saving throw.
20.
9.
12.
Orc and Yenri, you both are brought to your knees and start vomiting.
Oh, God. I was not
that was
prepared for that.
awesome. I want to learn that.
So you guys are now standing on this rune, and the doors of the library open, and Nabu walks out towards all of you. And when she sees Talis, her eyes go wide, and she definitely has the look on her face that she recognizes Talis. And she runs over and gives him a big hug, and then walks away. And she says, "I cannot believe that you are back. It's like you've been in the play." I have no idea what voice I was using for her before. I think it's going to sound exactly like a Kadi.
That's cool. You know that I don't remember it, so.
Yeah. Like, I can't believe that you are back. It's like you've been in the plane of air for so long. Honestly, I didn't know whether you were alive or dead. And he just steps back. He's like, "I've hid for too long. It's finally time for me to reunite with the material plane here. But we must make haste. I know the keepers must be near, and we must go and meet with them." And Nabu thinks for a moment, and she says, "The keepers arrived here several days ago. Like, they are currently hiding behind the library. They have a magical shroud that is hiding them in the palm trees behind the library."
It's hilarious. They're like, oh, where's their secret base? It's behind the library. It's like,
Yeah. It's like when they were in, originally, they have a magical shroud around them that's hiding
Yeah,
them in plain sight. In
I
the
just
forest.
pictured them peeking around the side of the library from
like
behind.
the whole Valkyrie
Yeah.
is like
Hello?
in the corner.
Oh, that has to be the picture.
Oh, they're hiding back there.
I felt like it was one step away from like, oh, they're in the parking lot behind the Denny's or something like that.
Hey, Denny's is a good restaurant, you know.
Playing some hacky sack and smoking weed.
So she escorts you outside the library and then looks behind. She says, "If you see about a mile behind the library, there's a large grouping of palm trees. If you walk towards that area, you should be greeted by someone. I assume that their magical sentries will be sensing you."
Okay.
Thank you.
Sweet. All right,
Thank
goodbye.
We walk to the palm trees.
I was trying to think actually if your ravens are like right here.
I literally don't
I want to say
remember.
that you flew your ravens to Toth and dropped them off like very close to here.
Yeah, let's
I
say
think
that.
you're right. Mm-hmm. We landed in the vestibule or whatever we were calling it. That was like it's not the right word, but there was like the walkway leading up to the library. I think we
Yeah.
landed
Oh,
right in
the
middle of that.
thoroughfare?
The thoroughfare.
Yeah, the thoroughfare.
Why do I remember that, but I can't remember anything else? It's so useful.
I'm surprised too because like you're really really good at remembering like lines from movies and things like that.
Yeah,
like,
but
I
important
feel like you can,
information is just lost on me.
Yeah, it's a different part of the brain, I guess.
Yeah, that part has closed up shop years ago.
All right, so we'll say that your ravens are right there, and you're able to hop on them and start flying towards the Valkyrie. And it's you are now starting to be able to see the Valkyrie materialize. So there's this clearing in between a bunch of large palm trees, and you are now seeing a bunch of people running around the Valkyrie and tents set up. It seems like they've fully set up camp in the palm trees behind the Library of Thoth. And so you set your ravens down on the ground next to the gangplank of the Valkyrie.
Welcome to the Valkyrie, Talis. This is these are the keepers. Come on in. We'll show you around.
I don't understand. Is it a pirate ship or a bird?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
It's
that's all I needed.
we like to call it a flappy ship.
Wow, it seems very important.
Yeah,
this flappy ship.
you've been around. You've been gone for a long time. Things have changed.
Yes, we only had regular ships and regular birds.
I like how I didn't question our. What are they called?
Ravens?
Our canaries? Our ravens.
Little flappy
Yeah.
ships.
He just thought those
Big
were big
flappy
birds.
ship.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
It's like, yes, these seemed like regular birds. I didn't notice. I'm old.
You hear that, Wenry? Wenry, he thought you looked like a regular bird.
Wenry's just drooling in front of you.
Proud of you.
This reminds me, like when I first created Wenry, like I did the original drawing of him for the episode art,
Yeah.
and it was like way more horrifying
Oh, yeah.
than what ended up being. And I think
graphic.
I sent it to you guys. I'm like, is this like too weird? And you're like, yeah.
Yeah, because wasn't it like had like stumpy legs and like a really messed up Henry face on the front of it?
Now I'm
Yeah,
trying to
I
remember
can't-
what the final one looked like. Because
Yeah.
I do recall that. But yeah, I remember your sketch being like a little too far.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess he has that anyway, doesn't it? That's what he actually looks like.
I think he does. Yeah.
Oh, never
yeah,
mind.
he looks like a chariot with like Tommy Pickles legs.
Yeah.
And then like if the dude from the Goonies
Yeah, wait. So it
What's his
was
name?
more. It
We're
was
like a
more
baby.
intense in the original.
Dude from the Sean Astin? Oh no, the
Well, now Sean Astin's going to join our.
the monster from the Goonies, Sean Astin.
That monster.
Yep, exactly. Sean Astin. His name was like Gronk or something.
Yeah, the
like
guy
that.
who goes,
I
"Hey,
was thinking
you
of Gronk.
guys."
Yeah, that dude. It looks like him if he was a teenager. maybe.
Chunk? Was that?
Chunk, yeah. it is
Chunk?
Chunk.
I think it is
No,
Chunk.
I think it's Chunk. I think you're right.
Chunk's the kid, I think.
No,
No, he
that's-
just does the truffle shuffle.
Oh no, you're right. Chunk is the kid.
Okay.
Oh, shit,
I'm
yeah.
right.
Sloth. Sloth is the.
Sloth.
Wow, that's such
Oh
a
my
mean name
gosh.
for that kid.
No.
It was the 80s.
I'll have to look up and see if like the original drawing is still a sketch on the original PSD file. I might be able to dig that up and be like, oh yeah, that's right. Couldn't do that
Yeah, we gotta release it if we.
Now I want to know
if
what
I
it
find
is.
it. Yeah. I forgot like how we even got on this track. Oh yeah, because Talis noticed the bird. Big bird, not little bird.
Right. So, you want to go meet your great, etc. granddaughter?
I am nervous, but yes, I would like to. And he like kind of he touches the talisman on his head and he says, "I can feel that the other talismen are close.
Oh.
Are they aboard this ship?
Aw.
I cannot believe they're finally coming together."
Are we sure this is an arrow? Is he like jokering us right now?
Doesn't someone have a detect magic or something like that? Or danger sense? Would that do something here?
That would.
No.
You can't sense
I mean,
his
it
danger.
says I have advantage on dexterity for things I can see, so I could jump out of the way.
Well, do you
I
feel in danger?
Always.
Oh.
If I rip that talisman out of his head.
I'm guessing that might kill him.
What do you think, Talis? That is your real name?
And he looks at you always like, I can see your hesitation in believing that
You're an observant one.
that I am who I say I am. If you would like, please retrieve Sage and bring her. It's like, if she is truly the Talisman of Time, it will be easy for her to tell that I am truly the holder of the Talisman in Thunder, and her father, grandfather, great-great-grandfather.
That's just what Arrow would want us to do.
Yeah, but that's why we stopped here and didn't continue to take you to stage.
And he just puts his hands down and he's like, I am willing to do whatever you need to do to confirm my identity.
Give me the talisman.
And he looks up and he says, I must let you know that this is a very, very powerful item. If you take it, you must be careful. Its power is still very strong since it has been with me for this long.
Okay.
I mean, we've held the other ones.
Those ones were dormant as they were not held by the original carrier of the talisman, the original holder. It's like, I'm willing to give it to you, but beware. Its power may overcome you.
Are you saying
Nah.
that this story has fewer plot holes than the Marvel comic universe? And that there are actual reasons?
That is all we can strive for. You make a very good point, though. You have held the other one.
I just want to hold it even more now.
Yeah.
So he takes the golden gem from his head and he places it in your hand. And roll a Constitution saving throw.
14.
Okay. And so you feel this electric energy pulse through your hands, and the world starts to go dark, and you pass out on the ground. And you're at 0 hit points.
Oh, you killed him. I don't know if that proves that you're Talis or that you're Arrow.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not sure what we learned from this experience.
Yenri, maybe you should take it.
And they all died.
And Talis like reaches his hand back very quick. He's like, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have done this. And he reaches down, he puts his hand on Orc, and Orc, you feel your eyes flicker awake, and you are stabilized.
Oh, wow. That was crazy. I'm fine, though. Look at me. I'm fine.
Just took a hero's dose of Talisman right to the dome.
What was it like, Orc?
Oh, I saw the future and the past. And you were there. And you were there.
And so was Talis there or was Arrow there?
Well, now that I have the talisman, I'll reveal that I am in fact Arrow.
Plot twist.
I'm just kidding. He seems fine. Am I still holding it?
No, you're not holding it. Talis is holding it again.
Oh, well then this has solved nothing.
I like that this dude like reached out with something and literally killed you for a moment. You woke up and you're like, I like this guy. He's good.
All right, he's cool.
I trust him.
And actually kill you.
Wait. Doesn't matter now, but I did forget that when I drop to 0. I actually drop to 1 instead if I use this thing, but I didn't use it.
Gotcha. You just crumpled to the ground.
Guess I wasn't expecting to die. You guys got to try this.
Anybody else want to take a hit?
It's like the
I'll try anything twice.
So do we trust him?
I don't know.
I think it is best if you stay out here to begin with. I could even one of
I'll
us can
babysit
stay
him.
with him. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I'll
want me to
babysit
hold his person, or you just want to stay with him?
Guess it doesn't hurt.
There's a lot of people around. He can probably we can handle him.
Yeah.
All right. Wait here. We'll call for Sage. And
I will do as I am told.
I walk up into the ship and find the nearest speaker that taps into the two-way intercom and start banging on it to see if they answer. I go, "Hello, we're back. Hello."
And there's a bit of a pause, and you hear Grimm's voice over the intercom. He's like, "Is that you, Yenri?
It is. Hey, Grim.
Oh my God, you're not dead." I don't know. I'm always surprised whenever you guys come back. I just think, man, this is the time. They're not gonna do it.
That's
But happy to see you.
comforting. Yeah.
You guys are doing dangerous stuff. I wouldn't touch that. I wouldn't touch that at all.
Oh, yeah. You don't know the half of it. Orc just died for a moment.
Oh man, yeah, I bet that happens a lot.
But that was like after all the dangerous stuff.
Yeah, that was just like outside.
Just now.
He just died right now.
Yeah.
You guys doing some like practice fighting out there or something?
No,
No,
we were
just-
just standing there.
Wait, maybe
That's it?
Maybe this requires a little bit more information. We got Talis out there with the next talisman. So the thing is, we think he's Talis. So like, can you maybe you and Sage and people come out and confirm this? Because we just want to make sure before we bring him on the ship and bring him close to all these other things that are important to the keepers.
Oh my God, that was a good call. Well, I appreciate you calling us. I'll go find Sage and I'll be right down. I'll grab Percy too. I guess I'll grab Perry too.
Yeah, bring Perry.
He literally won't leave my side, so I don't have a choice.
And grab a Talis test while you're in there.
All right. Yeah,
Make sure it's
we'll
the
see how
rapid
maybe-
one though.
Yeah, they've been sold out everywhere. I don't know if we can get one. All right, and the intercom goes dark, and you guys walk back outside, and a few minutes later, you see Sage and Grim and Perry and Percy walk down the gangplank. I am introducing way too many characters.
Yeah, good luck.
In this episode.
Have fun.
It's like a greatest hits album right now. Like, yeah.
I'm going to say hi to all of them.
Yeah.
Hello. Down the line.
So the four of them walk down, and Sage's eyes are very wide right now. Like, she almost can't believe what she is seeing. And she approaches Talis, and Talis walks towards her at the same time. And she says, "I can't believe it. Is it really you?" And she starts reaching out her hands to him, and you see her eyes start to glow white slightly. And the gem on Talis's head starts to glow gold as well. And they reach out for a moment and touch the tips of their fingertips together. And you see this like pulse go out, and the rest of you...
Oh, come on, they're
Sorry.
related. Jay.
They place their palms together as if miming against a wall in a very platonic manner.
Platonic mimes. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah, you get it. And this wave of energy bursts out, and all of you are like knocked prone, and you see like a bunch of tents and people who have been running around this courtyard be knocked over when this happens.
By this wave of platonic mime energy.
Yeah, yeah. It's super powerful.
Did we all just like mime falling over? Was that?
Yeah.
Whoa!
While you guys have been gone, the Keepers have developed their own theater troupe inspired by you guys in Cool Town. You know, it's very far-reaching.
I'm impressed so far.
Great advancements in mime technology.
It was stagnant for decades, if not centuries.
I'm just happy that this is how everyone's been spending their time as the end of the world grows nigh. But yeah, the energy that was just exploded from this area, it dissipates, and you see the glowing eyes of Sage and the glowing talisman from Talis's head both return to normal, and you see a large smile on Sage's face, and she hugs Talisman, and he holds Person back. It very much appears to be that he is the real Talis.
Aw.
That's beautiful. Hey, Talis! This is Perry!
So Talis hugs Sage, and he looks up, and he sees Perry as well, and he walks over, and Perry's like, "What's going on here?"
Come on. See if any mime energy comes out.
And so Talis looks, and he's like, "Is this the one that you believe to be my descendant as well?"
Yep.
That's the guy.
And Talis starts walking over, and he holds up his hand, and his talisman starts to glow, and Perry starts to like weep a little bit. He's like, "I don't know what's happening, but it feels powerful." And he goes up and puts his hand against Talis's, and nothing happens. The talisman goes dark. And Perry's like, "This feels anticlimactic. I don't exactly know what I'm doing." And Talis looks at him. He's like, "There was some thought that you might be my descendant as well. The great-great-grandson of myself and Arrow. But I do not feel any of my bloodline coursing through your veins."
But when I look at you, I feel nothing.
And Perry just like kind of lowers his hand. He's like, "I feel like I have just been made a fool of in front of all these people.
Oh, it's okay, Perry.
Why would you do this?"
just testing a theory?
You're helping the cause, Perry.
Boy, I hope so. I was getting pretty bored when I was thinking I was about to do something important. Sounds like it wasn't.
You did. I don't know what voice that was.
It's infectious.
Who said that?
It's flattery.
Voice Orc uses when he's lying. It was very important.
Super important.
You've eliminated at least one person who's not a descendant of Talis. Yeah. So, there's
Everybody line up.
information in that.
Yeah. Everyone else is. Just by like how many descendants you could have.
It's possible.
It is possible.
It's a great family reunion, and then Perry.
This is horseshit.